Well, hello there. My name is MeridianMichaelASMR. Thank you so much for watching this video. I am so excited to actually be making one. Um, I have been watching a lot of ASMR videos for about 2 years now, and I finally decided to become an active um, participant in ASMR. Like get a channel and actually like buy a Yeti microphone and just make videos for everyone else so that they can relax and um, just enjoy the sweet and calming sounds of tapping and scratching and like other things that trigger your ASMR. um, I'm a little nervous because I'm trying to do this all in one take just because I have never, I have another channel and I've done some other videos, but nothing ASMR wise, nothing where I have, the video camera and then I also have the microphone. So it's all very new to me. Sorry if the lighting looks a little weird, but it's very awkward for me because I have like a light flashing in my face and then I have one behind me because I didn't want to look too dark. And I have my really annoying neon jackets in the background, but I hope you guys don't mind. So this video, I wanted to tap a few items that would represent a part of my life and a part of my past, just so you guys could get to know me. So yes, that is what I'm going to be doing. I'm very excited. So they're not in any specific order. I just have them on the table, and I'm just gonna grab them and just feel like, well, this is what this object represents. So first thing is first. I do have a bottle of cologne here. It's Essential Sport by Lacoste. I actually got it in a set with an electric razor from Perfumania, and it was just really good. It came with another cologne, Lacoste Pure, and that's the one that I usually wear whenever I go out to experience the nighttime or the nightlife. But yes, this represents my crazy obsession with cologne. I will probably in the future make a video with all the colognes that I have. I will admit that I do have some perfumes, but you know what, to each their own. They smell so good. I don't know, I have a really good nose for scents, apparently. So, yeah. I will say that I actually stopped picking my nails the day I decided that I was going to make videos, and I quit cold turkey, and it was a habit that I've had all my life, and I was like, for ASMR videos. So it's been a while, and it's like I've been looking at how I'm gonna make the videos. I don't know how, but all I know is I need to have nails so I can do the tapping because it's one of my main triggers. So what I like about this bottle is that since it's curved on this side, it makes a different noise depending on where you have it. I just think that's so cool. So yeah, let's put this one away for now. Next thing that I have a rawhide bone. I have a dog, and her name is Molly, and she actually just turned 4 years old. That's 7, 14, 21, that's 28 in dog years. Because I think it's 7 dog years for every 1 human year. Oh, she's already 28 years old. I've had her since she was, you know, a year old, so about 7 dog years, and I got her from the pound. And she was going to be euthanized, and I thought that she was too sweet to be put down, so I decided that I would rescue her. So I did, and I treat her like a princess. She is practically the queen of the house. So, yeah. She's very smart. When we first got her, we always kept her, we as in my family, kept her in the kitchen. And we used to have like a little rail up so that she couldn't get out. But each time we came home, she was always out. And so we actually had to leave a camera in the kitchen to figure out how she did it. And she would jump onto the bench, and then from the bench onto the table, and then from the table onto the, you know, the dinner table, and then from the dinner table onto the couch. So she's very smart. So I can never underestimate her. The favorite trick that I've ever taught her, it would probably have to be dead dog. I just tell her, bang, bang, dead dog. And she'll just lie down. She will not move an inch. That's pretty much like her being dead. And I also taught her to bark whenever I said terrorist. So I'll always be like, am I a terrorist, or is my friend Matt a terrorist? And she'll just, you know, bark whenever she wants to bark. And that's how I know if my friends are terrorists or not. Maybe if she decides to be quiet one of these days, I'll probably have her in a video. I mean, there's been other videos out there with like brushing their pets. And I remember WhispersUnicorn had one of her and her dog that was really cute. Speaking of other ASMR channels, I do watch a lot of Heather Feather. She is actually probably my main inspiration for getting into actually doing ASMR videos. So shout out to her. I also do watch WhispersUnicorn. I love her voice. I love her accent. She's a wonderful ASMR artist as well. And then EphemeralRift. With him, it started out on the wrong foot because the first video I watched was one of his very avant-garde videos. I forget like exactly which one it was, but it had to do with like cellophane wrapping around his head or something. And you know, I pass out to it because it sounds so good. And I wake up to like, it sounds like a zombie or a monster or something. And I have my video on full screen on my computer on my bed. And it's so scary that I'm startled and I literally kick my computer off my bed. That wasn't good, but he does have a lot of really good role-playing videos, really good gameplay videos. And speaking of gameplay, let us move on to the next item. So, I am a very passionate gamer. I play video games a lot. I used to have pretty much every console that was out there, but then, you know, it started to get a little spendy, so I sort of cut back to my PlayStation 3. And that's pretty much the one thing that I play. Other than my DS, like if I'm ever like just out. The one issue that I have with my own gaming style is that I grind the games for the trophies. If I have a game and there are trophies in it, I must get 100%, or else it is going to be in the back of my mind just nagging me. I think it's my OCD, which is an issue. As for games, I do play a lot of more action-adventure games. I just finished beating Dead Space 1 on like the impossible mode, where you can only save 3 times, and that was definitely a doozy. I'm right now working on Dead Space 2. The big bad trophy that I have to get is that hard difficulty, and I've done my research, and it's apparently harder than the first game, and I kind of cheated, and I got a downloadable content for it, and I believe it was the Riot Pack, and that's the one where you get the grenade launcher. And with that, for the grenades, you can pretty much shoot them out, and if they don't explode, you can just go and pick them back up. And I would do that, and I would, sell them back, and then I would buy the gun back again with all the ammo, and I would shoot it out, and then I would, grab it and sell it back. And since it's on hardcore mode, if you get hit by one bomb, you're dead. And I made the mistake of getting too close to one while it was still active, and after about a good hour of grinding for money, or for credits, I died, and I had to restart from the very beginning, and I rage quit. I turned off my game, I turned off my TV, and I just walked out. As for the DS, I do play a lot of different games on here. I am a very big fan of Kingdom Hearts, and so when I found out that the next Kingdom Hearts game is on the PS4, I decided, even though I was so against the PS4, that I would get it. So screw you, Sony, for making me have to buy a PS4. I'm just gonna put this back in the case. I hope that sounds okay. So yeah, this is actually very calming. I've been under a lot of stress with summer school and work, and it's just nice to just enjoy the silence and, I don't know, just ramble on. Tapping has become a habit of mine ever since I grew my nails out long enough to actually tap. I would do that all the time. Whether I was driving, I would tap on, the wheel. I always thought the wheel was like the tire, and I was like, the thing that you drive with. The wheel. Sitting in class, I would just sit there and I would just tap on the desk and on my computer, and it's just, it's become a really bad habit. But I guess, it balances things out since I, stopped picking up my nails, which I'm very happy about because that was really stressing me out too. Alright. So I do have another gaming piece, and this is my headset. This is louder than the other ones. I should have probably done this one first. Regardless, what I like about this microphone is that the earpieces fit completely over my ears. I actually have an industrial, and with a lot of the ones similar to this, they don't fully cover the head, and so it'll apply pressure on my piercing. And if you have one, then you know that it takes a long time to heal, so it would always just get really annoyed and eventually become itchy and red and just I used to have 2 giant speakers in my room for my gaming experience, but my high school junior ROTC program needed them, and so they've had them for a couple weeks, and I just got them back and I haven't put them in yet. But I mean, these are really nice. They're really good headphones. Surround sound. And what's the coolest part probably is that they even have a little speaker in it, so when you're playing games with kids and they're being annoying, you can just, turn on the microphone, tell them to be quiet, and, turn back off. Really good for late night gaming too, since I'm a night owl and I'll play a lot at night. The one thing that I don't like is the whole little squeaky thing. Probably just need to put some oil on them or something. I hope this is doing anything for you. If not, let me know. If this video is if there's anything I could do to make the video better, please let me know. If there's anything that you want to hear, please let me know. I am hoping to do some role plays in the future. When I was first thinking about it, I was just like, no, I can't do that. I'm too not serious. But I mean, sitting here now, it's like I could totally do it. Just like that. Okay. So about my employment. Let's talk about my job history. So my very first job was at Starbucks, and shortly after I moved to Tivana, and this is their German rock sugar. I say theirs instead of ours, since I do unfortunately no longer work there. Just because I needed to focus on school. This sugar is made in Germany out of beetroots, or sugar beets. I'm starting to forget my knowledge. One or the other. Actually, what does it say? Perfect tea sweetener, German rock sugar. And it doesn't tell you what it's made out of. But it's non-processed, non-refined. WhispersUnicorn in her spa video actually talks about this. So, it was back when I was working at Tivana that she had that video, and I was so excited because she just had Tivana tea. This stuff is the bomb diggity because it's a lot healthier than normal sugar. It's non-processed, non-refined, although I'm sure I already said that. And it also helps to sort of brighten the flavor without changing the tea, or like the flavor of the tea. You can use it for like cakes or cookies or cupcakes. It keeps them moist longer. And really anything that you would need to use sugar for, you can just replace it with German rock sugar. Probably in the future, I will do one of those like up close mouth with like hard candy videos if people want it, because I'm sure this would definitely be really good for that, or even like pop rocks. Although I think WhisperUnicorn already did that, or was that Heather Feather? One or the other. After Tivana, I switched to PacSun, so that was kind of a culture shock for me, going from selling tea to clothes. But that's kind of where I get my style from now. I also do work for a fashion company up here. I am assistant to the CEO and the marketing director for the company. It's a lot of fun. It's very challenging, but I mean, you know what? Fashion is, I don't know what fashion is. Fashion's fashion. Okay. And then the last job that I have now, I do a lot of odd job stuff. The Anchorage Opera. I am an opera singer. For school, I am a double major in psychology and vocal performance. I've been singing for a very long time, since like preschool. Music is probably the biggest influence on my life. I've been through a lot, and music's been the one thing that's remained the same. It's one thing that stayed true to me, so, I'm very grateful for it, and I'm very grateful that, I'm able to actually sing. So, this is a flyer from Pirates of Penzance, which was the very first production I did with them. I was a pirate. It was a lot of fun. Did some sword fighting, did a lot of dancing and singing and it was just nice to get out on that stage and just have fun. In the second act, actually, like I think it was the second to the last number before the finale, I actually have to dance around like a ballerina, and well, not like around, but like to one of the main principals, and they lifted me up in the air and did like a ballet move or something, and it was just, I remember every time the crowd would just go wild, just because I was like really up in the air. It was a lot of fun. I'm making sure to get to both sides since the Yeti is binaural. Yeah, it's into binaural, so I hope so. Okay. So, I have here a Boy Scout handbook. You are looking at an Eagle Scout. I was the first Eagle Scout in my patrol, which is like the subgroup from, like the subgroup in the troop. I'm sure you know what Boy Scouts is. Everybody has to know what Boy Scouts is, but you pretty much learn like first aid and camping and all these, skills pretty much to survive in the world. There's a lot of stuff about, being a good citizen and, just sort of branching out into the world. I had the second most merit badges in my troop. I had, well, of course, over 20. I don't know how many I had. All I know is I had a lot. As a Boy Scout and also as a Cub Scout, you sell popcorn, where the Girl Scouts sell, their cookies, and Boy Scout cookies just doesn't sound as enticing as Girl Scout cookies, so we had Boy Scout popcorn, and I was so just determined to be number one and to get that electric scooter. And so for 3 years I sold popcorn, and I remember that it was the second year I sold about $7,000 in popcorn, and that was I was the third seller in the entire state of Alaska. Pretty cool, right? And I'm just glad that a lot of it was just, a scholarship, and I got all these cool prizes, and it was wonderful. And this is actually my second Boy Scout book. My first one actually was destroyed while being used. Like, it wasn't destroyed, like it wasn't thrown into a fire, but just over time it got worn out. So let me find a good example. Probably right here. You can see that since it's a different color. Oh, there you go. That we had to take the old pages that had all of my signed stuff in it and take it over. So yeah, it's one of the things that I'm very proud of, because people always told me I couldn't, and as a kid, I was actually able to, grow up and actually, get Eagle Scout. And then I just got out of that troop because it was just not for me anymore. I was in high school and it was time to move on. So the last thing that I want to show you is my Kindle. I do a lot of reading. I read every single day, and I make sure to read whether or not I have time for it. Whether it's a textbook or a newspaper or, a book on here, I will, without fail read at least, a good 10 minutes. Downtown, on the park strip, there is a tree that I go to, and it has the perfect little curvature in it for me to just lay down and enjoy the breeze in the tree and just read my book with the perfect amount of shading, perfect temperature, and it's an escape. That was a very loud car. My favorite books include The Great Gatsby before the movie came out. Be jealous. I also really liked To Kill a Mockingbird. The other book escaped my mind. Cry the Beloved Country. Cry the Beloved Country was a wonderful book too. I grew up on the Harry Potter series. I'm currently reading through the Hunger Games series as well. The Keys to the Kingdom series was another wonderful. It's not a saga. Is it a saga? Is that when there's 4 books? Because there were 7 books. A series. It was a wonderful series. And I read all the way to the second to the last book, and I have the last book. But I really want to go back and read them all over again, just to experience my childhood. Speaking of childhoods, on Netflix they have all of the old cartoon shows, like the Powerpuff Girls and Codename Kids Next Door, Ben 10, Code Lyoko, all the shows that I used to watch when I was a kid. And I remember I took about a long weekend, and I just relived my childhood for a while. It was really nice. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I am very, very excited to be doing videos. Hopefully it works out. Hopefully this video works out. And yeah, hopefully I could get some good ideas. I already know that if things end up working out for my channel, I already know what I want to do for my next video. And yeah, I might divulge some information at a later date. I do know that it would be something inspired by EphemeralRift, and it would be a role-playing video. Nothing as good as him. He's definitely number 1 in the category of thinking outside the box. But I can just make my videos and have fun with it. And guys are enjoying my company. I'm gonna be completely honest, I've never watched the very end of an ASMR video because well, actually, I just lied. I watched the end of one of Heather Feather's videos, but even so, I don't know how to end this video, so I'm probably just gonna end it. But yeah, I'm just gonna whisper from